Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Rabbit Tabby Cat here, and it is 1:32 a.m. Uh, September 23rd, 2020, early Wednesday morning. I I have some news for both PS5 and Xbox. It's a pre-order thing. Okay, so I'm gonna read this what I have right here. Um, Obviously you can't see that. Let me see if I could try to switch the camera so you can actually see. So this is it right here. Okay, so I'm gonna read it, and this should be no, news to anybody, especially if everybody's been trying to get a pre-order in. Pre-orders for both the PS5 and Xbox Series X did not go as planned. After months of breathless speculation, you can finally pre-order the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, or at least you would be able to if you could make heads or tails of the pre-order process. For those who haven't followed the whole debacle, the PS5 pre-order process went so poorly that Sony had to publicly apologize for it. Microsoft promised that similar difficulties would be beset the Xbox Series X. Ugh. But then, of course, they did. Essentially, if you tried to pre-order a next-gen console, there's an excellent chance that you didn't get one. And even if you did, you might find yourself with an order that's delayed at best or canceled at worst. If you want an Xbox Series X or PS5, it feels increasingly like you'd have a better experience just waltzing into a store mid-November and trying your luck. Let's break down what went wrong with both pre-order processes. That dispense some advice for those who didn't manage to score a new system. While we can't guarantee anything, there's still plenty of time between now and November to turn your luck around. This is for PS5 pre-orders. The PS5 pre-order process got off to a rocky start when Sony elected not to share any information about it during the PS5 September showcase. Right after we got a price and release date for the PS5, the live stream ended and fans assumed that was that. Until Sony hopped on Twitter and casually mentioned that pre-orders will begin at select retailers the next day. The next day meant a few hours later, as some retailers began selling the devices right away. Some retailers were sold out of pre-orders before September 16th was over. Some waited until midnight on September 17th. Some didn't start until later that morning or that afternoon. Consoles went in and out of stock for hours on end. Some websites wouldn't load, others crashed when people attempted to check out. In short, it was a mess, and there wasn't much that buyers could do except click and pray. Our head of testing, Matthew Murray, was one of the unhappy customers. While Tom's Guide usually receives review consoles from Sony and Microsoft, we also buy our own units since we need consoles for office use, as well as home testing. It may comfort you to know that our luck has been no better than yours. Let's just say it was chaotic, Murray told me via Slack. It was just like everything sold out right away, not like the websites wouldn't even work. Even if you manage to procure a PS5, your woes may not be over. Even after going through the checkout process, many customers learned that their orders weren't processed properly or they wouldn't be getting PS5s at all. Others received emails that their orders went through, but there was no guarantee of November shipping date. There was no guaranteed date at all. In fact, it's entirely possible that these customers will be waiting until January. Ouch. Sony put up a frank apology tweet on September 19th promising that more PS5 stock will become available between now and the end of the year. While that's probably true, it doesn't give us any indication of how PS5 pre-orders might proceed from here. After a frustrating day of whatever pre-orders, Murray, like many other customers, threw his hands up and reassured himself that Xbox pre-orders would be a smoother process. So far as you know, here's for the Xbox Series X pre-orders. On its surface, it seemed like Microsoft had a plan in place for Xbox Series X pre-orders. Shortly after the company announced the Xbox Series price and release date, it let buyers know that pre-orders would begin soon on September 22nd. After that, it filled in the blanks about participating retailers, time of day, and so forth. While there would still be a rush, at least both users and websites knew what to expect and when. Even so, many, if not most, potential pre-order customers left empty-handed. All of the websites were overloaded in one way or another, and all gave us bizarre error messages and problems, said Murray. On Target, the pre-order button just didn't work. Best Buy would claim that the item was available but did not add it to your cart. Microsoft Store took ages to let me add to the Xbox to my cart, and when it eventually did, it wouldn't accept my payment information. Both Walmart and Sam's Club, which are owned by the same company, let Murray add the systems to his cart, then immediately deleted them. GameStop crashed. Amazon gave him a litany of error screens for Xbox. It didn't even seem to have Xbox Series available at all. Between crashed sites, empty shopping carts, and missing products, Xbox customers had plenty of problems to worry about. But as with the PS5 pre-orders, the issues didn't stop there. Many customers put orders through, but may have yet to receive confirmation emails. By this time tomorrow, we expect cancellation emails to make the rounds, as well as we cannot guarantee delivery on November 10th emails. The situation wasn't much better in person, where certain GameStops could confirm fewer or 10 pre-orders. In short, the Xbox pre-order process had an orderly plan and a chaotic execution. Whether this is better or worse than Sony's chaotic execution, try saying that 5 times fast, depends entirely your perspective and whether you wanted an Xbox or a PS5. Okay, so this one is how to get a PS5 or Xbox now. While there's some cacaris on bemoaning a broken pre-order system, it's not a very practical activity. Instead, let's take some time to figure out next steps for those who weren't lucky enough to score a console door in the first round of pre-orders. Murray gave me this advice. I'm going to keep trying to get the systems I'm looking for, he said. Be patient, keep trying, and try to follow when the pre-orders are likely to start again. I think eventually there will be enough to go around, but whether everyone will get them by lunch day, I don't know. Be patient and keep trying. May sound like a cliche, but it's a cliche because it often works. This is true. That's why I'm not giving up. Sony and Microsoft both plan to release additional stock between now and mid-November, and retail websites will work a lot more smoothly when they're not slammed with pre-order rush. I personally found that mid-morning and mid-afternoon are good times to check stock between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern Time, respectively. There's no secret to it. Retailers restock whenever they can, and sometimes it's just a matter of clicking the right website at the right time. Failing that, console manufacturers don't generally sell through their entire stocks during pre-orders, as they need to put products on store shelves too. While you may just be trading one type of chaos for another, you could always try your luck at retail stores. But I wouldn't do so on November 10th or 12th. Give it a week or so and wait until the second wave of consoles starts trickling in. By that time, the initial rush has died down, and you can often find a single console hiding on the store shelf in a small outlet somewhere. I wouldn't recommend turning to eBay. For one thing, you pay at least twice as what your system is worth. For another, you'll be rewarding scalpers who make the buying experience worse for everybody. Furthermore, there's absolutely no guarantee that you'll receive a brand new functioning console instead of, say, an old car battery or nothing else. My final recommendation is a little different. Don't pre-order a console or scramble to get one on launch day. This may seem a little counterintuitive, but it's been my personal practice for the last 3 console generations, and it hasn't steered me wrong yet. The vast majority of PS5 and Xbox Series X launch games will be available on PS4 and Xbox One. That means you'll have plenty of time to play between now and January. Come late January, maybe earlier, consoles will be dime a dozen, and whatever retailer you frequent, free from cumbersome, expensive bundles or obnoxious website malfunctions. Be patient is your best strategy, particularly since many current gen games you buy this year will get free gen upgrades whenever you find a new console. Your friends may have shiny new consoles before you, but you'll have your sanity intact, which is arguably, I can't say that, worth a lot more. So that was that article. I will post that article down at the bottom for those who didn't like how I read that out. I'm sorry that I'm not the best talker. Unfortunately, it makes me very uncomfortable, but I figured I'd read that out. That was posted before I made this video. It was like 25 minutes before. As I said, I've been taking and been looking on, the internet. All I do is type in the Google thing is PS5 pre-orders, and sometimes I'll go PS5 pre-orders Walmart, because also gives you a possibility of an update on Walmart. Also, you may want to download the apps for Best Buy, Walmart, Target, Amazon, and GameStop. The reason why I say this is because those would definitely help you in the pre-order process. It might drive you crazy to try to find a pre-order that might not be available, but at least you have the apps. You can check throughout the day periodically. Say you're at work and you're curious, you're on your own break, check it at work while you're on break or whatever. It doesn't hurt. It takes a couple minutes. If you have data, do it. Wi-Fi, whatever. if you really want to do this, you just have to be patient, like what he said. I haven't even given up. I don't want to give up because I want this PS5. So let's try to keep our sanity together. We can get this. I wish everybody luck in getting a PS5 and an Xbox. And hopefully everybody will be happy. But, I mean, if you don't get one, as I like to say, it's not the end of the world. It's a console. It will be there. There will be more, as they said. So let's just try not to lose our heads. I know it's something that we all been waiting for, especially gamers, you know. But as they say, if you know, be patient, there's a high chance it might happen to you. So I'm not stressing. I try to check every hour, every half hour, even every 15 minutes, you know, till I'm like, I wouldn't say fed up, but, you know, annoyed. But yes, I'm pissed off. I'm sure you're pissed off. This is what happens when pre-orders happen. Like, it happens every year, apparently. I wouldn't say every year, but, you know, every time a new console comes out, there's always hell. Always. Regardless if you try to avoid it, there's going to be freaking problems. So, let's try not to lose our heads. Let's keep a positive thought, you know, positive attitude, and we'll get through this. We will get our systems. We will get our consoles. It will pay off in the end. So, don't give up, my fellow PlayStation and Xbox users. Don't give up. Keep, as George Michael would say, keep the faith. Keep the faith. Keep positive. Good things will happen, regardless if you think, oh, and here's another thing I've noticed too, and I've done this before many times, and it actually works. I don't know why. But, like, the minute you think, oh, it's never gonna happen, the minute you give up is when it's gonna happen. I've seen it happen many times, but I'm not saying for you to give up. I'm saying you to keep fighting, to hold on, be patient, all good things in time. So, I wish everybody luck, and that's the update, the only update I have for now. Unless I find another update, I will make another video, even though it's late. I don't care, I'll do a video. And yeah, I will see y'all later. Have a good night, y'all. Sleep well and be safe. Wear a mask, please. See ya. Bye.